Premier League Fulham vs Newcastle United prediction, team news, lineups preview. Seeking to preserve their unbeaten start to the 2024-25 Premier League season, Newcastle United travel to Craven Cottage to face Fulham on Saturday afternoon. The two teams last locked horns in April when the Magpies secured a narrow 1-0 away victory thanks to a late strike from Bruno Guimaraes. Match preview. Fulham have been left scratching their heads after a chastening three-day period in which they dropped 2 points from a winning position in the Premier League and suffered penalty shootout heartache against lower league opposition in the EFL Cup. The Cottagers were seemingly on course to secure their second successive home league victory of the season last weekend, as they entered stoppage time 1 goal ahead against West Ham United. But Raúl Jiménez's opener was cancelled out in the 95th minute by Hammers striker Danny Ings, forcing both sides to settle for a 1-1 draw. Marco Silva's men then came out on the losing side of the longest penalty shootout in EFL Cup history, losing 16-15 to Championship outfit Preston North End on Tuesday night after playing out a 1-1 draw in 90 minutes at Deepdale. Fulham's focus now shifts back to the Premier League, where they currently sit 12th in the table. They have only won 3 of their last 13 top-flight fixtures, including results from last season, with 2 of those victories coming against newly promoted teams. Returning to winning ways is not a given for the Cottagers on Saturday, as they have failed to come out on top in any of their last 8 Premier League meetings with Newcastle, losing each of their last 5 in a row. Newcastle performances have been far from convincing so far this season, but Eddie Howe will have few complaints as his side sit 3rd in the Premier League with 10 points accumulated across their first 4 matches. The Magpies beat Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 on home soil prior to the international break and followed that up a fortnight later with a victory by the same scoreline away against Wolverhampton Wanderers, courtesy of 2 stunning goals in the final 15 minutes from Fabian Schär and Harvey Barnes. 3 wins and 1 draw posted from 4 matches means that Newcastle, who sit just 2 points behind leaders Manchester City, have made their best start to a Premier League season since 1995-96, when they won each of their opening 4 games under Kevin Keegan. Not since 2011-12 under Alan Pardew have Newcastle gone unbeaten in their first 5 Premier League fixtures. And Howe's current crop can be confident of success on Saturday, as the Magpies have won each of their last 5 visits to Craven Cottage in all competitions. 4 of those have come in the Premier League by an impressive aggregate score of 11-1, including the aforementioned 1-0 away victory last season, having previously lost 6 in a row at Craven Cottage. Team news. Fulham's only injury concern is with striker Carlos Vinicius, who is nursing a small injury to his calf and is not expected to return until the beginning of next month. Silva made 11 changes for Fulham's penalty shootout loss at Preston North End, and the Portuguese boss is expected to revert to a similar side to the one that drew with West Ham last weekend, with Kenny Tete, Joachim Anderson, Calvin Bassey and Anthony Robinson all set to be recalled in defense. Sander Berge is expected to link arms in midfield with Andreas Pereira, while Jimenez could once again lead the line at the expense of Rodrigo Muniz, with support to be provided in attack by Adama Traoré, Emile Smith-Rowe and Alex Iwobi. As for Newcastle, Callum Wilson back, Sven Botman, Jamal Lascelles both knee and Lewis Miley ankle all remain sidelined with injuries. The Magpies are sweating over the fitness of star striker Alexander Isak, who was forced off at half-time against Wolves with an eye problem and has since picked up a toe injury, according to the Daily Mail. Should Isak miss the trip to Fulham, either William Osula, Anthony Gordon or Joe Linton could be tasked with leading the line, A start for Gordon as the central striker would open the door for Barnes to operate on the left flank. Fulham possible starting lineup: Leno, Tet, Anderson, Bassi, Robinson, Berga, Pereira, Traore, Smith-Rowe, Iwobi, Jimenez. Newcastle United possible starting lineup: Pope, Livramento, Schär, Byrne, Hall. Tonali, Guimaraes, Joelinton, Murphy, Gordon, Barnes. We say, Fulham 1-1 Newcastle United. Newcastle have had plenty of success away against Fulham in recent years, but the potential absence of Isak would be a blow for the Magpies, who are already missing another central striker in Wilson. None of Fulham's 16 Premier League home encounters with Newcastle have ended as a draw, but we can see this run coming to an end on Saturday and the spoils being shared in a closely fought contest. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.